To SCSU Life,
where we bring your community straight to you.
Today we start off being active and end on an important note.
Yeah, so with the election just over, we found it was important to talk some politics.
But there are other stories to be told.
SCSU Life, your life starts now.
Many people find it important and rewarding to be active.
Some SCSU students hit the trail, taking in the scenery that St. Cloud has to offer.
Don't forget to strap on your helmet before the season is over.
Favorite part, going fast, dodging trees. It's nice when you get a good flow going through the trails and you don't have to think anymore and everything is just instinct. You know, and lean this way, lean that way, bike starts to tilt a little bit, pedal a little harder to get out of a corner, stuff like that. When you start to rely on your instincts more than what you're actually thinking and what you need to do, it's a lot more fun. Single track is a certain style of biking. There's single track, basically you're riding on a track that's about this wide and winding around the woods, but then there's different types. There's downhill, which is more of your gravity riding, so you're constantly jumping off ledges and bridges that people make, 20-foot drops, stuff like that.
My favorite part about mountain biking would have to be being outside, being part of nature, and getting to go on all the different trails and seeing so many different things while you're out there.
Basically, I've ridden on the North Loop. I've actually ridden up north too, by Duluth area, and also on a trail around the Maple Grove area. Basically, it's fun having different scenery wherever you go. I mean, it's always a new experience, different obstacles to overcome.
Benefits, it's really a great cardiovascular activity. It's also, once you actually pay for the bike, it's pretty much free. You know, I mean, yeah, you got to pay gas mileage to get to wherever you're going. North Loop, luckily, is about a mile away from campus, so we can just bike there, and then, you know, it's a free activity. I mean, minor upkeep of the bike, that's about it. Keep it clean, keep it running, that's about it. So it's just a nice, cheap sport that it's a lot of fun.
Being a girl in mountain biking for me at first was very intimidating. You don't see a lot of girls who are really into mountain biking itself, and it's hard, especially when you go with a group of guys, because usually they're faster and they're a little bit stronger and better at jumping, so it takes some getting used to, but I've really gotten to a point where I like it and I feel comfortable with it.
My favorite part about mountain biking would have to be the downhills on trails, going through the trees at somewhere around 20 miles an hour. It gives you that thrill.
Personally, I don't do very well in the cold. I'm still adjusting. So right now I can't go as hard and as long as I normally can in the summer when, you know, it's a lot warmer, but by all means, get out there, check it out.
It's a freeing feeling to be out on the trail, and I definitely recommend it to everyone.
It's something a lot of people probably love if they did it, I guess. You know, I know I've fallen in love with it, so why wouldn't they?
With the season coming to an end, make sure to check out North Loop and St. Cloud or many other single track trails Minnesota has to offer.
Don't pedal away just yet. We'll be right back after the break.
When it comes to college, it's not whether you get in, it's what you get out.
It's easy to tell if you've had way too many. But what if you've had just one too many? Buzz driving is drunk driving.
Do your part. Visit feedingamerica.org/hunger and find your local food bank today.
It rests on the banks of the mighty Mississippi, just 70 miles northwest of Minneapolis. But from this central Minnesota community, you can see every inch of the globe. St. Cloud State University is an international campus large enough to bring you the world, yet small enough for you to recognize your place in it. As a leader in higher education in central Minnesota, St. Cloud State University programs have been recognized by nearly every major accrediting board affiliated with our 175 academic programs. What's more, it offers a 17-to-1 student-to-faculty ratio, one-on-one attention, and hands-on learning. At St. Cloud State University, 92% of our graduates are employed in their field of study within a year of graduation. 15% of them go on to graduate school, and 100% of them make a difference. St. Cloud State University, stcloudstate.edu.
SCSU hosts the International Film Series, showcasing international films from all around the world.
Students involved with the Film Studies Department analyze these films for public is free to enjoy.
Tonight is a continuation of the film festival here going on campus. It's an international film festival that coincides with the international cinema class that Professor Philippe is teaching, and I guess the class itself, we dig deep into the social, political, historical meanings of these international films that kind of go unnoticed by a lot of the student population just because it's international film and it's usually seen as like foreign to other people, but this class kind of teaches you to not use the word foreign because the definition of foreign is usually seen as bad. So I guess he likes to consider it as global cinema.
Philippe's class, of course, comes, but there are a lot of community people like myself who come as well. Philippe does such wonderful commentary and background for us, and there's terrific discussion afterwards. So it's really an enriching experience along with seeing the film.
I've learned to kind of open my mind up to different ways of thinking and different views of seeing things on social, political, historical, cultural. I guess it's really helped me kind of open my mind a little bit.
My name is Mary Melissa Wolzewski. I'm actually an international student from Canada. I'm come down for my second bachelor's degree. I'm in community psychology.
Well, the movie is about Freud, and Freud plays a major part in psychology, so there's kind of an inner blend there.
Fortunately, there's been a coincision. Right now I'm taking counseling theories. It's about Freud and Jung, who are major players in the early beginnings of psychology and counseling, and so we're here trying to see how accurate of a representation these figures are in this popular movie. I've heard it's supposed to be fairly historically accurate, and despite despite the celebrity actors, it is supposed to be an independent film. So I'm really hoping to get a better insight into the personal life of Jung and Freud. We hear about these people in stereotypical terms, and they're just dry living on the page. Hopefully by living in the film, we can understand why they came to the decisions they did and why their theories both resonate to this day and fall a little bit flat as time has progressed from the actions they did.
Well, I'm just happy that there's something like this here in the St. Cloud area, because the local theaters don't screen international films, and I would have to go to Minneapolis to see this. I would like to see more publicity off campus, like maybe in the St. Cloud Times of the series, because I know that I have friends that wish there would be more offerings like this in St. Cloud.
The International Film Series is a great way to showcase different cultures and perspectives from around the world. I encourage you to check it out. Don't go anywhere just yet. We'll be right back.
In 1977, an 8-year-old boy picked up the game of golf from his father. The odds of that same boy then making it to the US and European Pro Golf Tours, 1 in 7 million. The odds of the Big Easy winning the US Open twice, 1 in 1.2 billion. The odds of him having a child diagnosed with autism, 1 in 110. Ernie Els encourages you to learn the signs at autismspeaks.org.
The things you learn in college will last your whole life. But is that how long they expect you to pay for it?
We have enough. Next one.
Today, about 1 in 5 Americans is living with a disability. Over 50 million people, including many of our friends and neighbors, teachers and co-workers, heroes and leaders. 20 years ago, the Americans with Disabilities Act guaranteed every person the right to live, work, and participate fully in the American experience. We've come a long way since then, and we are committed to making even more progress in the years ahead. Visit disability.gov to see how you can help.
Welcome to my block party. Glad you can make it.
The only triple doubles you get come with fries.
Last time you blocked someone, you were online.
I can do this all day. Your moves are just gay.
Using gay to mean dumb or stupid, not cool.
Not cool.
Not in my house, not anywhere. It's not creative, it's offensive to gay people. And you're better than that.
The teachers who push you the hardest are the ones who take you the farthest.
Welcome back. You're watching SCSU Life.
Here at SCSU, we take pride in our successful mass communication program.
This program offers a wide range of opportunities for SCSU students.
With all these options, we present just one of the many guest speakers, Myron Metcalf.
I'm here because I was invited by Mark Mills to talk to some aspiring journalists about what I do and just my journey from Star Tribune to ESPN, and just kind of talking to students about what it takes to kind of make a dent in this field and to get a job after college and a job that you want to do.
So I mean, that's another it's a good question because it's a good lesson to learn. Like, you don't know who.
You know, I came to see Myron. I think it's always refreshing to hear people who've made it in the industry, and you get to kind of hear their experiences. So the more you can draw from their experiences to help yourself, I think is really beneficial to any student or anybody aspiring to be in any field. So hearing about his experiences was really valuable to me.
Like I said, the first one I was saying, literally, I'm driving into work, my every comes changing.
It's really interesting because, I mean, coming from St. Cloud, you don't think that you would be recognized being able to go all the way to big corporations like ESPN. But if he can do it and did it on a smooth path, then I think anyone can.
I'm going to chop off half of it.
I think it's a lot of fun. I mean, it's always been my dream job. You know, I get paid to write about sports at the end of the day, you know, and sports is my passion. So it's great to be able to do something I'm passionate about. It's great to not just say I work for ESPN, but just to do a lot of the fun things that we're allowed to do, covering the Final Four and doing all the live chats, the radio, the TV appearances, and just having an opportunity to really do something you're passionate about and to do it every day and to get paid for it. And I really enjoy that aspect of it. And ESPN for me, it was my dream. You know, the idea of being a kid coming up, you see Stuart Scott, you see all the Sports Center, like you want to be a part of that, so now I am. So feeling like I've accomplished one of the dreams I've had in my life. You know, I'm 29 years old, I really just enjoy where I'm at and being a part of this company.
You know what, I think one of the things you hear across the board, and
So I'm not that far removed from this entire experience. So I think it's good because I know those feelings very well in terms of you're coming up, you're a sophomore, you're a junior, you're a senior, and you're trying to figure out, okay, I have this degree, I have this experience, what am I going to do with it? So I love being able to just convey my experience, offer some advice, suggestions to folks who are in a position that I was in 6, 7 years ago. So it hasn't been that long since I've been out of school, but I've gained a lot of experience, and I enjoy being able to kind of offer some of that to folks and help them on their journeys as well.
in the field that he's in, so much of it is about networking, and so much of it is about who's helped you along the way. And he really talked about that to great length of that, you know what, I want to help people because it took so much for me to get to where I am. So as a mentor, I mean, I guess I wouldn't be able to attest to that, but as someone who's kind of went through the fire, went through the war, to say it's nice to hear that he does want to help people, just like people helped him before him. So.
Coming from MSU, Myron worked his way to the ESPN network.
He provided great insight and entertainment for all students on campus.
Another thrilling speaker who presented to students on our campus is the face of Democracy Now!
Amy Goodman is a leader in journalism for her fearless efforts to get accurate information to the public.
The Responsibility Conference is about helping bring to the campus and to St. Cloud ideas and activities that various social activist groups are doing, and also to highlight student activists on campus.
The Global Social Responsibility Conference came and asked us if we would like to co-sponsor with them for an event, and we worked with them last year, and we came up with the idea of bringing Amy Goodman.
It's holding those in power accountable because they have so much influence on everyone's lives. And we have a responsibility to, well, to be the exception to the rulers. That's the motto of Democracy Now! News Hour, the global news hour that we do, but it should be the motto of all the media.
I thought it was very different. She's definitely not your mainstream political person that you would see on TV. She's not left, she's not right. She's just very far left.
We need a media that serves the public, and that's what I work for and what we are trying to weave together all over this country. We also have to challenge the corporate networks to open up, because even though they're private corporations that run NBC, ABC, CBS, they use the public airwaves, and they have a responsibility to put out the full diversity of opinion or lose their licenses.
It's really important. She highlighted the news that the mainstream media in the United States is not the real news that a lot of people should really pursue and pursue to know.
I see more and more people being involved, documenting their own communities, people tired of the corporate gatekeepers. Now that there is a robust internet, more and more means of information, it challenges the old ways as well, because the networks, the newspapers see people have other ways of getting information. So I think that it's putting a good kind of pressure on them.
How dangerous independent media is. Dangerous because it allows people to speak for themselves. And when you hear someone speaking from their own experience, whether it is a Palestinian child or an Israeli grandmother, whether it is an aunt from Iraq or an uncle from Afghanistan, it breaks down barriers that fuel the caricatures and the stereotypes, that fuel the hate groups.
I think she does a good job in her program, and she gave examples of different ways that she works to get to the whole story and not just what's blocked by the media in the United States. I think she made a few good points on how we need to try to become more globally aware as citizens and learn more about, to get a global perspective on everything.
Go to where the silence is, to trust yourself. What questions you have are probably what lots of people have. And to pursue your dream, don't let anyone say there's a certain way to do this or journalism is like PR. It isn't. It's digging deep, it's getting to the truth, it's giving a whole diversity of voices a forum, and providing a forum for people to debate and discuss the most important issues of the day, like war and peace, life and death. And it's really digging deep to find the people at the heart of a story. Not those know-nothing pundits we get on all the networks, those pundits who know so little about so much, explaining the world to us and getting it so wrong. But going to people at the target end of policy and hearing their perspectives as well.
It's pretty much a history lesson on the U.S. and the world, from slavery to the debates that are going on right now. So it was pretty diverse, and I would say that would be the main thing that stuck out.
We're very educational, and I learned a lot. And it sounded like the audience had a good time. They laughed, they were clapping. So yeah, she was very good with the audience, and it was a good event.
That's what's most important. We need all voices, and we need people who are committed to getting at the truth.
To be able to relate to someone with such importance is a very valuable thing to students.
Being able to go to her event was such an awesome experience. We'll be right back.
Turning a 20-foot wall into a canvas takes vision. So will getting into college. I've got what it takes. So do you.
How you doing? My name's Steve. My family's lived in this neighborhood for years. Recently, things got so tight, we had to go to our local food bank for help. I lost a lot of sleep worrying about what the neighbors might think. That is until I saw them there, too. How'd I do, Steve?
A little stiff. You could have done a little better.
What? Come on. You know, I have an Academy Award.
Yeah, but not for playing me.
Play a role in ending hunger. Visit feedingamerica.org/hunger and find your local food bank.
A world that's getting smaller. World of opportunity. It is a world of light.
When life's this hard, it's no wonder 7,000 students drop out every school day. Visit boostup.org and help kids in your community stay in school.
With the election just past us, we all know how extremely close the elections were.
It was a nail-biting election, but the closest of the polls in Minnesota was between Michelle Bachmann and Jim Graves. Let's see where each candidate stood before the election.
So today we welcome 6th District Congressional incumbent, Congresswoman and Republican candidate Michelle Bachmann. Candidate Jim Graves.
for St. Cloud is one that we see even across the district, and it's job creation. That's what I hear everywhere I go. When I'm listening and paying attention to manufacturers, to retailers, to whoever it is in this district, or whether it's school districts or municipalities, they're very worried about jobs and job creation. And they want to know that we're going to have thousands of high-paying jobs in this area. They want to know that the economy is going to work. That's what I've been paying attention to.
When you look at the needs of St. Cloud specifically, their transportation needs that we have here, we need to bring back more than 80 cents on a dollar that we send to the federal government. We have specific things we can do right here on the ground in St. Cloud to create good livable wage jobs. But we need that infrastructure, we need good education, we need a strong voice in Congress that makes sure that we're getting our fair share. When we send a dollar to Congress, we want to get a dollar back.
I've demonstrated that I can work across the aisle in a bipartisan way and create the #1 interest that people in this district wanted, and that's building a bridge. I did that. I led that effort. I'm all about building up this district. Again, I have a very high view of American exceptionalism. I believe we are the greatest nation.
We built the I-35W bridge. It was very important for a fraction of the cost. Now, those are the facts, and all we do is talk about facts here. And all I'm going to do in Congress is work for you. And I don't care if it's Republican or Democrat. I don't care if it's John Boehner, Nancy Pelosi, President Romney, or President Obama. I'm going to work to get the work done for you folks out there, because that's what you're going to hire me to do.
People need to know that in this district that I have been focused. I'm here. I am a part of this district. I've been here for 44 years. I have paid attention, and I've delivered for this district.
We need people in Congress that will represent you honestly, with integrity and candor.
Congratulations, Minnesota. We had the highest voter participation in this last election.
Make sure you continue to be active and vote. To see more of SCSU Life, check us out on Channel 21 or log on to www.youtube.com/SCSU Life.
I'm Alex Miller.
And I'm Jeff Anderson. Thanks for watching SCSU Life.